So last time I left you with a little teaser that Champions League football could be coming to FC Vaduz. And if you thought that was just bait to get you to come back for another episode, well, shame on you. Because we actually did it. Our Europa League performances providing enough coefficient points for us to take that extra Champions League spot. Propelled by those Europa League quarterfinals in recent seasons, we're now considered one of the top 50 clubs in Europe. And look at that, we're going to go straight into the league phase as well. I can hear the ka-chinging of the club's cash registers already. And we start with a big ka-ching. We've jumped ahead to the end of August and we've been awarded 12.75 million just for being here. And which European giants will we be taking on? Well, here's our list of fixtures for our first ever Champions League campaign. First up will be a trip to the Amsterdam Arena, a journey we made 2 years ago in the Europa League, coming away with a narrow defeat. Celtic, a team we played last season, earning a famous victory. Chelsea will be our first visitors to the Rhine Park Stadium, a team we've never played before, followed by a trip to the San Siro for another team we've never played before, Inter. Fenerbahce, though, are a team we do have history with. We'll be out for revenge for our Conference League round of 16 elimination 5 years ago. Then, yes, Lyon. You might remember we have played them before. A few times we've never managed to beat them, and we have had one thrashing. Our penultimate game will be a tough trip to Wolfsburg to play at the new Edin Dzeko Stadium. And we finish with the other Milan team, AC. Again, a team that's beaten us quite easily before. But before we get to that Ajax game, transfer news. 3 new faces have joined the squad this season. I know there's only 2 there, but one joined right at the start of the summer. Jordan Keeling signed from Newcastle for £500,000. He's a pacey winger who can also play as a wing-back. We made one of our usual free signings, bringing in Harrison Murray Campbell after his Chelsea contract expired. Equally capable as an anchorman or a central defender, he's a long-term replacement for Edu and Cristiano. And finally, one of those transfers that I wasn't planning to make, but when I got a scout report that this guy was available for 1.8 million, I snapped him right up. He might be the baldest 22-year-old I've ever seen, but looks well poised to go on to be a great player. It's again been a slow start in the league. Despite a victory in our second match over Sion, draws elsewhere in games we should have won, and then getting totally FM'd by St. Gallen, mean at this early stage we're hovering around mid-table. Perhaps our minds are too occupied with our Champions League debut. This will be our first time hearing the Champions League anthem in this game, so let's soak it all in with a live comm. Here we go. At the Ajax Amsterdam Arena, we are taking on Ajax. Of course, Kian Fitzjim may be making another appearance, returning to the channel once more, an old favourite. But this is the first time for me seeing all of this. Even last year, I never got to play in the Champions League, so never got the full entrance, never got the full effects of the licensing and all of that. So first time for me. It's a bit late in the day perhaps, but that's why we're going to soak this in to the max. And hopefully we can get a decent result as well. Well, it's been a dead start to the game. As you can see, we're halfway through the first half, beyond that point now, and no highlights. Okay, here's our first one. And it's us on the ball, so off to a great start. Here we go, FC Vaduz. Now, Lara has been great as a marauding kind of Roberto Carlos mould Brazilian left-back. He does give the ball away sometimes, though. He hasn't in this case, though, but Ajax have claimed possession. Cacao's coming. Oh no, is he going to score? Are they going to score here? Yes, they are. A bit inevitable that, but pay us with the simplest of tap-ins. All right, second highlight of the game now. We've managed to claim the ball there, break down the Ajax attack. Hercules. Now, Hercules has been pestering me, wanting more game time, so he's starting tonight. He's got to prove himself. But here we go. Jovanovic plays in Muro. Muro in a great position. Blazes it over the bar. That could have been the equaliser there, but... Okay, I'm about to speak too soon. Ooh, how did that not go in? How did that not go in? But I was just about to say there's hope. We can still stay in this game, perhaps. Luckily, we didn't go 2 goals down there, but we get to half-time, a goal behind. I mean, clearly Ajax have been the better team, but there's still all to play for. All right, into the second half now. Muro here whips in the corner, but unfortunately the header goes over. You just have a sneaky feeling it's going to be one of those nights when it's going to be so close there so far. But Ajax, out of the teams we're playing, Ajax and Celtic, those are the teams where we've got to look to pick up the wins for sure. And then we've got to hope we get a couple of results going our way in the other games to get through to that playoff round, get into that top, 24, isn't it? Anyway, okay, good. I thought we were going to get an Ajax counter there, but we've reclaimed the ball now. Chris Brady, do not do anything stupid. He does something stupid, straight to pace. Who scores? Of course he does. Oh, dearie me. Now, there have been question marks over Brady. His early season form in the league has not been good, and he's made a mistake there as well, so perhaps we better look at his backup for a run of games. Muro with a free kick. We need this if we're going to have any chance, but it hits the roof of the net. I don't think it's going to be our night. Right, so I'm just making a couple of changes here. I'm changing my wingers. So Muro and Keeling just haven't been performing. They both had like 6.1, 6.2. So we're going to bring on Olner. Maybe we should have started with him. And Jankovic. I'm tempted to take Brady off as well for that mistake. But I won't. Okay. I'm tempted, but I won't. All right, we've made those two subs now. Hopefully that'll make a difference. I mean, it's going to take a mighty effort to come back and get a point here, especially as we've just gone 3-0 down. Definitely not our night here, is it? I mean, on the one hand, we're happy just to be here, but, you know, we want to make a good showing of ourselves as well. We don't just want to take the money and run. And obviously, the better we do, the more money we get. Olner here. Olner, see, I should have started with him. Pascal Olner. I mean, he's getting up there now, isn't he, with Kraus and Burmester in terms of having an impact. I don't know what. I've either got the main camera or the replay camera on a reverse angle. I'll need to check that in the settings. I don't know how that's happened. Maybe it was recording highlights footage elsewhere. But yeah, Pascal Olner is definitely up there as one of our top youth products so far. But yeah, let's see how we can do. Ooh, now this could be interesting. If we can get a goal here off this corner, that sets up a frantic final 5 minutes. Jankovic, the two subs have done the business. And speaking of our young talents, Hercules is having a mare. Hercules, who is saying to me, I should be getting more game time, and here he is, floundering in the Champions League. So we're going to bring on Achilles. You'll notice I may have highlighted this already, but I changed his picture to be something more fitting his name, just like we did with Shrek. And I'm going to use my fifth and final sub as well. Keigan has been ineffective, so we're going to bring on Fabio Fair in that middle position. Okay, those changes have all gone through. Can we now? Can we? If I tell the team to fire up, is it time to go and make some tactical changes? Can we push for goal number 3 and complete the comeback? Should I get Achilles and Cristiano further up the pitch? I think I should. We've got to do it. So we'll put Cristiano on box to box. We'll put Achilles on as that advanced playmaker on attack, I guess. Olner inside forward on attack, just putting everyone onto their strongest positions here, their strongest, most attacking positions. Fair, he can't play as a shadow striker. He's already in the best position, although that does give us, let's just make him attacking midfielder on attack. Right, let's go for it. Then we're just going to pump that ball forward, shoot on sight. This is the time to do it, isn't it? And watch now as we get 0 highlights to the end of the match. Here we go. We're up to 90. We're into the +5 and the clock's running down. And sure enough, no highlights. That's how it finishes. But we made it interesting. We thought it was going to be a terrible night. We almost completed a comeback in the final 12 minutes. So quite the dramatic Champions League debut. But we've let people know we're here. And we mean business. But all right, Young Boys, bloody hell, Young Boys went and won. Young Boys, who did they play? They got Dynamo Zagreb. I mean, look at that. Young Boys, always getting the easy option. And whereas we have to fight and scrap for everything. Youthful Vaduz come unstuck, they say. Okay, but we will be fine. We'll be fine, I'm sure. We will come back in our future Champions League fixtures. We'll recover in the league, although, our form there doesn't look great. We can ignore the friendly, but 3 defeats in our last 4 competitive games. Not the best. Anyway, we will revert to normal after this special Champions League premiere episode. We're We're going to run through the Champions League phase, so the next episode will be an update on the end of that. We also have an international update to come because there's qualifying for the 2030 World Cup going on in the background at the moment. So a couple of episodes coming your way soon. Make sure you check those out in the usual places.